Hey guys, William here with Patriot Containers. Today's been an eventful day. I've made sales, I did some videos, and then I just was about to sit down and I saw this complaint that one of these shitbag Pinocchio sales rookie companies, they got another complaint. So 3 hours ago. Anyways, let's get to this one. I haven't read it. I read the first line. I saw that the company already responded. So this company is very aggressive with their responses to their customers on their complaints. But anyways, let's read it. All right, it says, beware, don't buy from this company. The container I received, as well as many other customers, was in a very poor condition. They blindly sell you a container that is supposed to be in good shape, but rely on the delivery driver to make the decision on the condition. That is not true. I'm going to stop right there. It is not. Most likely, this company is blaming all the problems that the company has created on the driver. The driver, when they pick up from these depots, they have a release number. That release number is attached to a certain size and a certain condition. It could be damaged. It could be as is, wind and watertight, cargo worthy, IICL, or new one tripper. This is not the driver's fault. They blame the driver and say, oh, sorry, our driver's an idiot and he picked up the wrong container. Whatever they told him. This guy thinks it's not the company's, it's the driver's. That's not true. The delivery driver just wants to get paid for the delivery. It is not in the best interest to ever refuse a container because of the condition. He will take any old piece of junk they have at the pickup yard. The company name is the company getting paid. They should put it in the effort to make sure the containers are in proper condition themselves. This poor guy thinks it's all the driver's fault. It's totally not. It's the company's fault. The driver, again, I already said it. I don't want to say it again. I'm very repetitive on this stuff because it's always the same thing. These companies take forever to deliver. They deliver shitty containers, and then they're never accountable. It's never the company's fault. Well, they're the ones that sold the product. They're the ones that purchased the product. They're the ones that schedule the product, and they're never accountable. And it's always them. You can clearly see that there are tons of negative reviews on this company, all saying the same thing. The containers are in very bad condition. The responses from the company on the bad reviews are all the same. It's always the customer's fault for not buying a new container. That guy's actually, that's true. These Pinocchio rookie companies, they always say they have a new one and they only have one used one. But if you care about the condition of your container, you have to buy the new one. Well, they're not saying that their used one is shitty. The problem, though, is it's a sales technique. We're going to quote you high on a new one, and then we're going to quote you low on a crappy one to take your money. But we're not going to tell you it's crappy. And all of our terms and conditions cover us. Well, a correct company like Patriot Containers says, don't buy that crappy container. There are good used ones to sell you. Unfortunately, sometimes customers don't want to hear that. They want to hear all the hook, line, and sinkers and the lies on the cheap container so they can take your money and call it a day and then do this to you. So when they deliver a bad container, they go, well, you should have bought a new one. Well, you shouldn't have sold them a shitty container is what you shouldn't have done, what you should have not done. And you lied about it. You lied about the condition of the container and you sold them a crappy container. And that's why you get this complaint. And the reason you guys get complaints is because you're not accountable for your own business. You protect yourselves and run away from problems and shift blame. It's like a Democrat. They take no accountability for anything. Not one response with any attempt to make things right with the customer. Jeez, I just said it right before I read it. The container company will take your money and then give you the runaround if you have a problem. Very shady business practices with extremely poor customer service. I said this time and time again, people, I don't have a customer service department. You want to know why? Is because customer service departments handle problems. Well, why don't you just not make a problem and do the job right and then call it a day and make as much money as you can? That's what I do. I tell people the truth. I deliver good containers. I show up on the right day. And if there is a freak problem that's out of my hands that happens on occasion, handle it correctly. Run to the problem. Don't run away from it. Don't shift blame. Don't blame your customers. Don't blame your drivers. Take accountability and fix it and make it right for your customers. You won't get complaints if you do it that way, but you don't because you're greedy and I probably have other words for you, but you're a scumbag salesperson. You're a Pinocchio rookie is what you guys are. This happened three hours ago. So here's the company's response. And I've noticed that this guy is very aggressive with how he responds to his customers. If it did not meet the grade you bought, you should have refused it. It's to the drivers and depots' best interest to inspect it prior to loading to make sure it's on grade, because if you refuse it, they both have to do it second time for free. Looking at your order, you selected the lowest quality container we sell, which I know what they call it. I just made a video about how they reword all their containers, and this is one of the companies that rewords their containers to mislead people. We go out of the way to tell you that if cosmetics is important to you, then we suggest a one-trip new container. Oh God, these people. I feel sorry for every person that buys containers from these companies. I really do. Because I know how they sell them. I know that they're just idiots. We guarantee and warranty all containers to be a grade, on grade and not leak. Is your container is not structurally sound or leaking? The only complaints we get are from customers that try to save a buck and not pay attention to the grade they are paying for. If you want to upgrade your container, we'll be more than happy to swap it out for a higher grade. Yeah, right. Telling you guys, these rookie Pinocchio companies, here's our one-trip price. Here's our crappy price. Well, there are containers in the middle. The salespeople that are paid to sell you something, they're paid to make commissions. Their job is to sell. If they don't sell, they don't have a job. So they have to make sales. So these salespeople aren't telling you guys the truth. They're Pinocchio people, okay? And they're rookies. They don't know with what they're talking about. They don't know with what the company's really purchasing. Their job is to close you as a customer. Shame on these companies. These companies are pathetic. They're rookie Pinocchio companies. And they're all the same. All of them. All these companies are across the United States. The biggest companies are the worst companies. They sell with lies. That's how they get big. That's the whole point of my videos now. I'm exposing all these companies. This is bullshit. And I've been watching this happen for 13 years. It just got worse after COVID. You know, it's gross. I guarantee you that this customer was quoted a new one and a shitty one. Then they didn't quote him a good used one. They went in for the kill. So anyways, guys, I wonder if I'm going to make another video today. Have a good one. Bye.